Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Made You Book. My name's Gretchen, and today I just wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about some of my 2024 reading goals. Now, I am going to do a completely separate video that gets more in depth about all of the goals and challenges that I'm setting for myself within this reading year. However, I did want to do a separate video on this topic specifically because I think this might be a challenge that a lot of you guys might want to consider doing or, put on your reading challenge lists for yourself. And basically, the reason that I love this challenge and I want to share it with you is because you can completely curate this to your specific tastes and your specific reading goals. So basically the premise of this is I'm calling it the 24/7 365 challenge. Because it's the year 2024, I want to challenge myself to read 24 books within 7 separate prompts and having that being completed over 365. So basically, the way that this will work is you choose your 7 prompts and then you could have a single book that will count as multiple of those prompts. So as I get into what my specific prompts will be, hopefully it'll make sense to you kind of where I'm going with this. And I don't want anybody to think that because I have 7 prompts and each of those prompts is going to require 24 books, that you have to read a ton of books. You could have one book that technically covers all 7 of your prompts. This could be a challenge for a reader that only reads 25 or 24 books a year, or it could be a challenge for a reader that reads hundreds of books a year and they want to challenge themselves to read, 24 separate books for each of their prompts. But it's up to you. You are able to curate this yourself. So basically, I just want to walk you through what my specific prompts are going to be, and then you can kind of hopefully get ideas of maybe what you would want to include in your list. So my first prompt that I want to achieve is I want to read at least 24 new authors to me. So this could be a debut author, it could be a veteran author that has a long backlist that I've always wanted to get to, but by the end of the year, I want to at least have read 24 new to me authors. I also want to read more nonfiction this year. Toward the end of last year, I read a lot more nonfiction, and I was really enjoying myself reading those types of books. And although I've always been a nonfiction reader, I've never actually made a point to prioritize it. So by the end of this year, I would like to have read at least 24 nonfiction books as well. And also, those nonfiction authors could very well be new to me, and that single book could cover or count for multiple prompts, if you see where I'm going with that. Any of you that are familiar with my channel, or if you're new, I absolutely love translated fiction. It is something that I always find myself gravitating toward, and I want to make sure this year that I at least read 24 books that have been translated. I also like to make sure that I am reading a lot of women authors. I always participate in in the women's prize list. So I want to make sure that by the end of the year, I have at least read 24 books that were written by women. Also, I like to read diversely. So I want to make sure that I am reading at least 24 books written by members of the LGBTQ plus community. I also want to read 24 books by BIPOC authors as well. So that's Black, Indigenous, or people of color. And last but not least, I want to read at least 24 books from the Booker Prize Backlist. So you all know that I'm a huge fan of the Booker Prize, and one of my lifelong goals is to eventually read all of the Booker Backlist of books that have been nominated over the years, and I figured that this is going to be an excellent way for me to not only participate in the 2 Booker Prizes for 2024, but also challenge myself personally to go back and read at least 24 books from that backlist so that I can, check some of them off and further get to that bigger bucket list item of mine. So I hope that this is something that you might be interested in challenging yourself to. If you do, I would love to see what your prompts are. If you could leave those in the comments. And I am really looking forward to a new reading year. 2023 was probably the best year that I've ever had. And because this is the first year that I've had I'm starting with a YouTube channel at the beginning of the year, I figured that this was the perfect opportunity to kind of put my goals out there. And hopefully this is something that we can continue through the rest of the year. One of my other goals that you'll see in my video that I will have coming out soon is I want to do more wrap-up style toward the end of the month videos, and I think that this would be a great opportunity for me to check in on my personal 24/7 365 challenge to keep myself accountable, and yeah, I think that it'll be fun, and I am really hoping that some of you will join me. So until we read again, bye!